Hello, and welcome to Archvelder's Hacks with Archvelder and his amazing hacks. So, Blizzard have broken Stratholme. Currently, when you enter Service Entrance Stratholme, you are teleported to Main Entrance Stratholme, so you simply cannot run this dungeon solo. Lots of people run this dungeon, mainly for the mount that you can get from Baron Rivendare, but there are also specific achievements and transmog items. You can see all the complaints here on Bug Report, which caused Blizzard to proactively rush into action by doing nothing at all and not fixing the problem. So in this video, I'm going to show you a way around this issue and glitch your way past Blizzard's glitch without a hitch or a twitch in a switch. You have to use a demon hunter for this. If you don't have one, bear in mind leveling is stupidly fast at the moment. Before we start, you will need pinch whistle nitro fuel from your factions in at Ashran. You will also need level 1 cooking. Now, this stage is very important. If you skip it, your character will end up permanently dead, stuck in Stratholme forever. So we start out by entering Main Gate Stratholme. Once inside the dungeon, jump up onto the ledge here and hug the wall. This will take you outside the intended dungeon area into what was only meant to be an out-of-bounds area that was only included for scenery purposes. It looks like the Eastern Plaguelands, but it is actually an older cut-out version of the zone, with many elements like water and textures removed. It is important to understand both Main Gate and Service Entrance Stratholme exist in this instance as they originally did in Vanilla. It is just that Blizzard separated the two areas, so you can't normally go into Service Entrance Stratholme from the Main Gate dungeon. But by breaking out of the Main Gate dungeon, we can use our Demon Hunter's insane mobility to access the service area of Stratholme. You can mount up here, so ride along to the left. Follow the exact path I'm using. This is not like regular Warcraft scenery, so be very careful. This terrain was never designed to be used, so it has lots of areas where you can potentially get stuck that are impossible to escape. Now, this is the difficult bit. We want to get over these hills. Run up here. Swing back to the right. And now head up this crack. And now you'll have to use Fell Rush here to get up over these ridges. This is why you can only do this on a Demon Hunter. Now there's a final challenge where you have to Fell Rush over this dip. Now you get to this textureless area. It is all just riding from now on. Not sure what this mushroom is doing here. Maybe the Blizzard developers are on psychedelics. Now we're going to ride up to the very highest point here at the absolute edge of the map. Now simply glide back down and you should magically enter at the very end of the dungeon. This should place you in the slaughterhouse right outside Baron Rivendare's location. Now, a lot of you will already be going off and trying this right now, like beautiful deranged wombats. But there's some really important information to come. So we kill the abomination mobs and other mobs causing the door to Rivendare to open, and then we kill him and loot him. Now there's one problem remaining. We can't get out. There's an impassable portcullis blocking the exits because we never removed it on the way in, as we would have if we had come through the dungeon in the normal manner. Now some of you will be thinking that we can use the unstuck option here. Unfortunately that won't work. You will get ported to Orgrimmar or Westfall and you'll have a long journey back to the Eastern Plaguelands if you try that approach. The solution is to use the pinch whistle nitro fuel and the cooking fire. Remember I mentioned these at the start of the video. This will kill your character and teleport them immediately back to the main entrance. It will require 2 portions of pinch whistle nitro fuel to kill your character. Now we are not quite done. Remember to exit Stratholme completely by walking through the portal and then reset all instances. The whole process is only slightly longer than doing service entrance Stratholme in the normal fashion. There's a bizarre effect when you kill Rivendare and then use the nitro fuel to get back to the start of the dungeon and don't reset immediately. I noticed one time I did this and went AFK that Magistrate Barthalas, the first boss of service entrance Stratholme, died suddenly when I was in the wrong part of the dungeon altogether. What happens is that when you kill Baron Rivendare, Crusaders fill the dungeon and begin attacking every NPC. Normally you will have killed most of these mobs on the way in, but using the skip method you bypass them completely, so the Crusaders will then clear out the dungeon themselves. I haven't explored this further, but you could potentially use this as a method of AFK farming. Hopefully Blizzard will fix this soon. Now, Blizzard have shown on numerous occasions that they don't give a toss if some bug inconveniences tens of thousands of players. But what does make them leap into action is any kind of useful exploit that would benefit players. So I should mention this. When some area of Warcraft is bugged out, as Stratholme is currently, any items that could be obtained there naturally skyrocket in value, as no one can get them. It's the law of supply and demand. I've made a lot of gold exploiting this principle. Now, people always ask, can you get banned for this? I can't believe I'm having to say this, but the idea of Blizzard banning people from trying to play their game is so absurd I can barely take it seriously. But I'll try, as there are people who are always really concerned about losing their account. Blizzard have never, to my knowledge, banned anyone for using a skip like this in any kind of content, and I don't think they will start now, though they never cease to amaze me in that regard. Having said that, there might potentially be issues if Blizzard have decided to remove Stratholme's service entrance from the game altogether, in which case any unique items obtained there would become worth millions of gold, literally, and Blizzard might take a harder line with players using the exploit in this video. But so far as I can tell, this is just a bug. Finally, if you don't have access to a demon hunter, there's another way which might just work. Exit Stratholme as I showed you before by hugging the left wall. Now swing back past the entrance to the right. And go past the ziggurat, right up to this hill here. Note that this method doesn't require any special mobility any character can get here. Using some kind of slow fall effect and rocket boots, you can reach this location. It isn't obvious what this is, so I should explain. It is the actual portal inside service entrance Stratholme. We can't actually get past it because it will port you straight to the Eastern Plaguelands. If you can think of some way to get past the portal or gain additional height so you can fly over it, then this would be a very fast and efficient method to access service entrance Stratholme. For most players, the Demon Hunter method I showed is superior, but I thought this might be an interesting challenge for explorers. If you benefited from this video, then hurl me a subscription and a like, and if you really liked it and you want to learn more about the mysterious, dark and secret world of Warcraft exploits, you might want to try my Patreon. Why is it raining indoors?